Hey. So, look, today what we're going to do is we are going to talk about processing how you process. When it comes to your project goals, when it comes to your focus, what I want to do is talk to you about resetting your focus and working towards your agenda, new year, new month, new week, new money. All right. So that's our conversation for today. Welcome, welcome. Hey, hey, hey. It's your girl, LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Always excited to share some smart things you can do to work on your money, your marketing, and your sales goals too, with strategy and intention. So, look, this new week, this new month, really one of the things that I'm focused on helping you with is your content creation and your implementation, right? So consistently doing something today that your future self will thank you for. That's number one. But of course, number two, when it comes to every single month, I've got different themes, right? January is all about fire starting the year. February is about loving on your business, and March for me is about maintaining your momentum. So, as we talk about implementation, content creation, the ebook challenge, and more, before we move forward, I wanted us to explore what it means to reset your focus and work on your monthly, weekly money project goals. Now, I felt like this particular conversation was on time today because I spent a lot of my time last week in New York. Now you can see I'm back home. Is I wasn't going to say horn. I don't know. Do you see horns? I don't know. Um, I'm back home here in North Carolina. And I said to myself, you know what? I am so tired. I just did a lot. I've got to process a lot, not just when it comes to where I was and what I did, but what I want to do next. And you feel like sometimes you need a vacation after the vacation. Like it's like, oh my God, what did I do? Right. And so, what I wanted to actually do was to share my process to processing with you when it comes to getting back on track, getting focused, getting back into the swing of things, right? So, like I said, new month, new week, new money. So, I actually sat down, just kind of jotted down some of the areas that I break down when it comes to my process of getting focused and back on track. And I'm going to jot through or run through these 7 areas with you. Okay. So as I run through these, what I actually want you to do is to check in with me and let me know if any of these are helpful to you, any of these resonate with you. So the first one is 4. So I divide these, most of these are broken into categories of 3 to help you. So number 1, I think about who do I need to do things for? Okay. For me, for my business, for my clients. So that gives me an opportunity to assess this week, today, tomorrow, especially when it comes to deadlines. And just basically say, when it comes to personal, for my family, for me, that's category number 1. For me, what needs to happen? What needs to get done? What is due, right? What is overdue, right? Especially at the beginning of the month or the beginning of the week. Then number 2, what needs to happen for my business, right? You got to run the business by working in it and doing things to make sure that it's moving correctly. So what needs to happen for the business? And then of course, number 3, what needs to be going on? What should I be doing? What should I be working on for current clients? Okay. That's category number 1. For me, for my business, for clients, number 1. Number 2, when it comes to offers, things that I want to share with my audience, whether those offers be free or for profit, I think about 3 P's. What do I need to produce? So, what should I be working on right now, right? What do I need to produce? What do I need to publish? Maybe it's done production wise. And there are times when I have things that are done, but they're not out there. So, there's no way to share it because it's not available, right? So, what do you have that's again, that you either need to produce, what needs to be published, actually put out and available online, or what needs to be promoted. So people can actually go, oh, I see this is what you're working on right now. It's a good fit for me. Okay. That's number two. Now, this is in no order, by the way, but I just kind of want to run down this list for you. So if you're trying to get focused and you're trying to process, you have this to go to, right? I do actually have a 5-day program. It's called Focus Forward. I don't know if you've ever heard of it before, but it's absolutely fabulous over at success.com/focus. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that I share that with you as well. So write that down. You can check it out a little bit later. But let's go through this list here. So the next one is new now next. New now next. When it comes to communicating with my audience and letting them know what's going on, this is my go-to, my 3 N's. So I can essentially say, okay, ooh, this is what's new, right? So this month we're focused on maintaining your momentum because that's what March is all about for me. And then this month I'm also working with you guys on developing your ebooks and working through the content creation kit over at success.com/EEC for the Easy Ebook Challenge, right? So working through that content creation kit, working inside the Easy Ebook templates, that's something that I'm focused on. That's something that's new. So what's new, right? What's happening now in your world now that I'm back in North Carolina, and what's coming up next, right? Me, now that I'm back from New York, I'm going to be in Vegas soon. I'm going to do Spring into Action in Myrtle Beach. Now, new, next, right? So for me, I'm always telling you guys that I'm here to help you get clear. That's what Sister Sense is all about, making sense of making money online. So I have clarity calls with clients who get on the phone and they talk to me about things that they need support around, right? Always at callme.success.com. That's where you can go to schedule a session to talk to me, right? I say that because I've broken these 7 into 3 parts each because I want it to be simple. I want it to be clear. I want you to be able to start here. Think about each of these categories, what resonates with you, what relates to what it is that you're trying to do, and use this kind of like a blueprint to figuring out your project goals and the areas you need to focus on. Because like I said, I just came back from New York, super tired, super fuzzy. I'm getting my voice back little by little. But I was like, oh God, LaShonda, what do you need to be doing right now? What needs to happen? How I process, my process to processing what needs to be happening in my world, personal, professional, client-based, all of that. This is what it is, right? This is what I use. So, okay. The next one for me, especially at the beginning of a month, is when it comes to things that I invest in, right? So, do I need to upgrade, downgrade, or cancel? Funny enough, as I was jumping on to do this live stream with you guys, I upgraded one of my accounts. Funny enough, for my live streams, to have 2 different platforms that I use simultaneously. So, I had to upgrade one of them. Funny enough, I use my podcasting platform that I use, Libsyn. I had to downgrade that because sometimes I'm using it and I'm adding a lot of content, and then other times I'm not. So I had to downgrade that. And then there are times when there are things that I'm like, okay, cancel. I don't need this anymore. I'm not using it anymore. You want to make sure that you're up to speed when it comes to your financing. How many of you guys are putting money into things like months or years that you're not using? That is wasting funds that could be better spent somewhere else. How many of you are struggling because you've got resources and tools that are outdated? It's time to upgrade you, right? So what needs to be upgraded, downgraded, or canceled? That's something that I think about as well, because I'm consistently working on making sure that things, my tools, they're working for me. They're working correctly. And if there's something that I don't quite need right now, either I can cancel it or downgrade it. If there's something that I really need, like these platforms that I'm using for my lives, what do I need to upgrade, right? That's another category. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've been through 4 so far. Number 5 is SCF. What do I need to start, continue, or finish, right? What do I need to carry over? This is a new month. This is a new week. What do I need to continue? What I finally need to start, right? I was like, oh my gosh, LaShonda, you signed up for this trial and you haven't started that yet. So you need to test it out before that trial expires, right? Start, continue, finish. Next on this list is communication. Communication is so important for me. So when it comes to communicating with my community, what do I need to do as far as marketing messages, number 1, follow-ups, number 2, and then project pitches, number 3. So I'm always looking at Are there opportunities for me to either pitch somebody, or have there been people who've pitched me on opportunities for projects? Right? That's one thing. Who do I need to follow up with? That's another thing. And marketing messages that I send out to either my larger list or to segmented lists, so I know that I'm consistently promoting, right? So marketing messages, following up with individuals, or pitching or being pitched certain projects, right? And working on those, that's communication for me, right? Next on this list is order, fix, share. Order, fix, share. So, as business owners, we've got inventory, right? Whether it be things that you need to buy to make sure that your business is running smoothly, or things that you need to buy so that you are selling them. Like, for example, everybody loved my Sister Sense bag. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. Everybody loved this in New York. They were like, "Is that you on your bag? Looking so beautiful, your melanin magic." Everybody loved it, right? And then I didn't bring I know if they love the purple one, they would have loved this one, because this one right here is absolute fire, right? Love it. Love the colors, love everything about it. What do I need to order? Like, I'm out of some inventory that I need to purchase. What do I need to fix, right? Maybe there's something that needs to be updated on the website or otherwise. And then what do I need to share? Because, for example, some of my new, well, I wouldn't say this is new, good, right? But on my trip, there were quite a few things that I absolutely loved using. My ring light, this little mini ring light that I have here. Can you see it when it popped on? This little mini ring light. It came in handy because I didn't feel like bringing a few of my other ones. My Bluetooth headset that I absolutely love. This one. I'm not an earbud, but I know what it's called, kind of a person. My chargers, I love these chargers to death. So, I need to be like, all right, y'all, these are some of the gadgets and goodies that I used this weekend or this past week. Here they are, right? So what do I need to share? What do I need to order? Several times I did live streams and videos in the lobby of the hotel, and it was kind of loud. And I was like, oh, my audio is kind of crappy. So, I've been telling myself that I need to order one of those lapel mics, and I haven't done it yet, right? So adding that to the list. Just little things like that go a long way. By the way, number one, when it comes to Now New Next, one of the things that's coming up next is the Spring into Action Myrtle Beach workshop. You want to make sure that you early register before registration goes up and then goes away. Okay. Early register over at sistersense.com/spring. That's number one. And then number two, let me know if you would like me to do a session on working on putting together your own branded bags like these. One of my new news when it comes to my weekend workshops is doing the spiral notebooks, and you guys love that. So I'm wondering if I should do branded bags as well. We're going to really focus on creating premium offers, premium packages, selling premium services. That's putting together a premium program. I did that. Well, I did a short version of it with one of my private clients this weekend when I was in New York. But working on putting together premium packages and programs that are subscription based. We're going to be doing that this year as part of the Spring into Action 3-day weekend workshop in Myrtle Beach. But for those of you guys who are interested in coming out, let me know if you also want to do custom bags too. And we definitely will be doing some spiral notebooks that weekend as well. So that's kind of just a sense of what's coming up next. Now, I believe I gave you 7 different categories. Please feel free to let me know which resonated with you. First was the 4 category. So when it comes to you thinking about all the things that you need to do, what do you need to do for you? I would say, what needs to be done for me, for my business, for my clients? That was number 1. Number 2 was, what do I need to produce, publish, promote? Number 3 was, what is new, now, next? Number 4 was, what needs to be upgraded, downgraded, canceled? Number 5 was, what do I need to start, continue, finish? Number 6 was, marketing messages, follow-ups, and project pitches. Number 7 was, what do I need to order, fix, or share. Okay. So hopefully you find this to be helpful to you. For those of you who need more help and clarity around focus, I recommend SistaSense.com/focus. It's the Focus Forward 5-day program. If you need to get some additional one-on-one clarity, you can always go to callme.sistasense.com to call me and talk to me one-on-one. And then, of course, the next thing that's happening is spring into action over at sistasense.com/spring, right? Yes. So that in a nutshell, to be honest with you, is my process. Now, I don't necessarily go through all of these categories all at once, but subconsciously, I kind of had to sit down, and I always tell you guys that one of the things that you need to learn how to do is to effectively sit down and really process your process so that you can document it and share it with others, right? When I think about when I'm like tired or confused or overwhelmed, or again, came from a trip and was like, oh my gosh, there's so much I have to do. What am I going to do first, next, what have you? This is it. Like, this is me kind of going through just mentally, just kind of like, okay, well, going through these little parts and pieces until I'm like, ah, okay, I'm good. I got to do this for myself. I got to update these. I got to check in with these people. This, that. This is what needs to happen with the hubby and the son for the boys. And I just kind of mentally going through that. It helps. Hopefully, this helps somebody out there who finds themselves stuck in analysis paralysis, who finds themselves overly overwhelmed, easily distracted, and just in a place where you've got a whole lot on your mind and you just don't know how to compartmentalize it in a way that makes sense, right? And allows you to just process it and put things in their place and actually start to take action and move forward. We take this for granted. I'm going to be honest with you. Myself and other implementers out there who say, I don't know why it's taking you so long to do ... when it comes to productivity. I just think about it and do it. I've learned the better I get at working with individuals, it's about understanding where individuals are coming from. And not everybody can just simply say, okay, this is what I want to do today and do it, right? A lot of people, if that was the case, everybody would be better at productivity, right? And getting things done. A lot of people struggle with that. And a lot of that comes from that, again, that word, that's my word for this week, being in a space where it's hard for you to process all of the things that you've got to do. It's like, oh God, I don't want to do all this stuff. So I just say that to say, hopefully this has been helpful today. Like I said, feel free to email sistasense@gmail.com if you have any specific questions for me, number one. Or number two, if there's anything that I talked about today that you're interested in and you need some clarity around, okay? If you felt like this particular session was helpful to you, I would love it if you could tap on those hearts, those likes, those thumbs ups, those notifications so you can see when I'm live and you can jump on here live with me. And of course, don't forget to share this out because that's what it's all about. Take a minute or two, a few seconds here or there, because sharing is caring. Just to send this out to your fellow business besties and entrepreneurs and say, hey, this is what Sista Sense is talking about today. Okay. So thanks for the support and the love. I will continue to do what I need to do to bring some clarity to you. I've got something fun for us to do before I wrap up today. And I'm actually looking for it. Where'd it go? It's supposed to be here. I think it's hiding from me, y'all. Like, for real. Because it was legit just here. Okay, I found it. So give me a second because I've got my big pillow here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it as a separate video. All right, I'm going to wrap this up and do another video so I can share with you guys something awesome. Okay? Mwah. See you in the next one.